Alright, good morning and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. I got two songs for this video. One of them was Stained, It's Been a While, and the other one was Nothing Else Matters by Metallica. So, I'm going to let you listen to those words because I don't really have time this morning to get into it. I'm just going to jump right into the reading and see what I get today for this collective. I want to start out with how you are essential. Spirit, how are we essential today? May I see, please? All men's measures derive from not being able to sit in a quiet room alone. Enjoy a quiet season. Each life is made up of different seasons. Some of those seasons are filled with vibrant conversations, unhindered laughter, and companionship. Other seasons are quieter and marked by time spent alone. When you find yourself in a quiet season, remind yourself that there is a difference between being alone and being lonely. There are abundant blessings to be found in having a season to yourself. Having the time to examine your priorities and the freedom to chase your wildest dreams and then build a life that you are passionate about is special. Not having to answer to anyone if you want to travel on a whim or spend an entire day lounging in bed is a luxury that you may not be able to indulge in during other seasons. Having fewer distractions means that you can focus on building up friendships or giving back to your community. No season lasts forever, so cherish the blessings unique to whatever you are, wherever you are right now while you have them. And I remember when I was here with Miss Mary, I used to constantly think about how blessed I was to have that season of my life where I didn't have to get up, I didn't have to go to work, I just had to be here with Miss Mary. And it's been a very quiet season. I mean, recently I have gone back to work, so things have changed. And I miss those days of not having to get up at any particular time. I still woke up very early every morning because I've always worked. So my body is used to getting up. But I hate getting up early. I hate it. And especially this time change has really screwed with me. Alright, for some reason I'm being led to use Wisdom of the House of Night. These are cards by PC Cast and Colette Baron Reed. Spirit, what message do you have for us? Obedience and High Priestess of Fire. No, I'm sorry, High Priestess of Spirit. Obedience is like a card of justice. Bliss, why can't I see? Risk, taking a risk in the High Priestess of Spirit. Invisible and High Priestess of Spirit. You either are invisible or you might need to be right now for some reason. Alright, what message do you have for this collective spirit? What do we need to know out of this deck? Getting a very specific message out of this deck is what I'm getting. Love came out. Love. Somehow love is significant to this season of your life. Number 10. And High Priestess of Air. So you can be dealing with an air sign. Let's see what Spirit's saying here. Number 10, love. My child, my wondrous one, it is time to celebrate because love is calling to you to open your heart and receive my blessings. Choosing this symbol is powerful. It's a sign that love in all forms is in your life now. There's a responsibility to this also. You must give love freely without conditions and love others because your heart is open. There is something else here to consider. Love can be a confusing force too and can sometimes ask a sacrifice of you. If your heart is aching and feels like it's broken, know that love has a greater love for you later. No matter where you are in your life right now, love has come to guide you into an important experience. Trust in love. So right now you're being asked to trust in love because you're being guided into an important experience. Let's see what the High Priestess of Air is, and it's number 6. Logical thinking, reason, using your mind to consider the next right actions are the qualities encouraged by the Vampire High Priestess of Air. Now is time to think before you act. You are blessed with a wondrous mind and imagination. Your ability to communicate is enhanced when you see the High Priestess of Air. This is the moment to have reasonable conversation and make calculated decisions. So you're having to make some calculated decisions, and it has something to do with love. Love is trying to lead you right now. So let it. Alright. Let's find out, how did this happen, Spirit? Show me how this happened. How did this happen? You're fucking stressed. So you were stressed. Alright. What was being hidden? That it's not that serious. You're stressed, but what you're stressed about is not that serious. And what's being shown? That you have to agree to fucking disagree. So you're saying, yes, it is that serious. And the universe is saying, secretly, it's not that serious. And you're like, well, we're just going to have to agree to disagree because I'm fucking stressed. All right, what's going to happen next? Excuse me. You're going to stop trying to control everything. Let shit go and don't be so extra. And you won't be able to say thank you enough. Somebody deserves a medal for putting up with somebody's ass. And you're not being heard. So for some reason somebody won't listen to you, and there's a need to forgive. That forgiveness keeps coming up for this collective over and over and over. And it's not going to stop until whoever you are forgives. Alright, Sacred Destiny, may I hear what you might have to say to this person, these people, us, the collective. Spirit saying, I want you to have your freedom. You're having to be patient. And I want things to be simple. I want you to have your patience. I want you to be patient because you're going to be free. And things are going to be simple. Right now you may not be thriving where you are. Why are we being patient? Because you're going to go somewhere. You're going to have the opportunity to go on a voyage and be in flow. You're going to have the opportunity to go on a voyage and be in flow. And it has to do with you being free and things being more simple. And this is going to bring the openness, the love. You're going to have this openness to you. You're going to, I've never opened myself this way. Life is ours. We do it our way. No matter how far. Couldn't be more from the heart. I don't know how it all goes, but that's Nothing Else Matters. And then the other one is about I can't remember the last time I could stand on my own 2 feet. that I could hold my head up high. It's like you're in a place where you don't feel very good about yourself right now. But Spirit's saying that's going to change. You're very stressed, but you need to let love lead you here. There's a need for love to be in the lead. Alright, I'm going to use these to get the overall tarot energy. What's the overall tarot energy here? You're going on a voyage. You're going somewhere. A trip of some sort. And it's going to give you freedom. Justice just came out with the sun. So something's going to be made right here, and it's going to bring you the joy, the happiness, the lightness, the openness that you crave and desire. And the Fool is on the bottom of the deck in reverse, so it's like, I'm not taking a risk. You're going to have justice. There's going to be justice. Talk to me, Spirit. Why is justice here? Justice is you having your independence. You might be dependent on someone right now. But what's going to be made right is you're going to be given your independence. Why is the sun here? Because of the Chariot. This voyage. You're going to overcome something. Or go somewhere. Travel. Number 7 and number 9. So we have 97. That's a 16. Why is the Chariot here? The major arcana is because of an idea that you have. What's your idea? The Page of Pentacles. Temperance again. There's a strong Sagittarius, there's a Leo, and there's a Libra vibe to this reading. Your idea is that you want to go back somewhere that you feel like you missed an opportunity. And you've actually lost your patience with this. Why is the Fool on the bottom of the deck? Because of equality. You want things to be equal. What's it going to take for that to happen? Somebody's going to have a decision to make. Somebody's going to have to show love. Make a gesture of love. Right now you're not sure what to do. Why can't they decide what to do? Because of that feeling imprisoned. You feel imprisoned by your hurt, and the devil is here. It's like you're excited about this imprisonment that's hurting you so desperately. Why is the devil here? Because of the King of Swords. The King of Swords came out in reverse. Why is the King of Swords here? That's a Libra vibe. Because he wants wish fulfillment. This King of Swords, it could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. They want wish fulfillment. They want their dreams to come true. And they're excited about being out of this prison. But they're hurt because of an obsession they have with their dreams coming true. And what it's going to take for that to happen is for them to show a romantic gesture to somebody and to show them unconditional love. But they're undecided. And what they're undecided about is whether or not maybe the other person wants this. Why is the Three of Swords here? The Empress and the Ace of Cups. So this is a divine feminine that you're in love with. And you hurt this person. And you're not sure if they want this anymore. How do they feel about this? They feel like you are not moving towards them and you're not being honest with them. What is the truth? That there's competition, there's conflict, competition, there's a very, very painful ending happening that's causing you, you're waiting for something that's been competition, that's caused a lot of fighting to end. And you're waiting for the results of that ending. What will be the results of that ending? A stable relationship and the end of your identical match, the Queen of Swords. So we have another air sign. We have two air signs. Both of you came out in reverse. So you're with somebody that you don't really want to be with them. They don't really want to be with you. But why is it so painful to end it then? Why is it so painful to end something you don't even want? Because of there being a wheel for a Queen of Wands. So this is a Leo vibe. Because if ending this is going to cause this person some karma. What's the wheel? The Magician is here. The Tower. And Strength in reverse. So yeah, this is a Leo. It would manifest their world to come crashing down. Because they would not have the strength to do this without you. You'd have to separate from somebody who feels like they're not... Either you feel like they can't handle life without you, or they feel like they can't handle life without you. What's the truth? That they're excited. They have there's a Queen of Cups here. And the tribulations and trials would end. So the truth is that there is somebody... a Cancer that would be very passionate about these tribulations and trials, and it could be a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. What's the Ace of Wands? Walking away from what no longer serves you, because this is where this is causing, it's affecting your money. Being together is affecting your money. And what's the Queen of Cups doing here upright? Defending herself because she feels like she doesn't have any choice. And this is a self-sabotaging behavior she has. She has developed a self-sabotaging behavior of rescuing people. And she rescued somebody that she couldn't rescue. And now she's ending up drowning herself. And I think... either she or someone else would be very happy. This person has been a miserable bitch for a while now. They're showing up as a Queen of Swords. But once this relationship finally ends, they're showing up as somebody very loving and very kind. And unless that's somebody else. It could be somebody that they are friends with who would like to see this end. I don't know. That I can't say because it's energy. It doesn't necessarily feel like the same person. It does kind of feel like two different people. You have to let love lead you. And right now, there's two people that are not in love, but they're staying together because they feel like if they don't, things will fall apart for the woman. It's like there's a man that's staying with a woman because he's afraid her whole life will fall apart if he leaves. And secretly, it's not that serious. They don't listen to you. And somebody feels like they deserve a medal for putting up with somebody's ass because all they do is control things. And there's a lot of stress here. There's a lot of negativity here. There's not a lot of good here. What happens if they take a risk on this new? The truth will come out. What's the truth? The truth is that this is where your happiness would be. Alright, anything else you need to know? This is also where your prosperity would be. And you would have compassion. Somebody would show you compassion. So what's going to be the outcome here? You're going to find your life purpose and be at peace. And you're going to have good luck. What's your life purpose? Oh, that love is your life purpose. And trusting. So maybe you have trust issues and you're going to heal these trust issues. This person, that you and this person have history, but it's not the greatest history that I've ever seen in a reading. Alright, how are your spiritual gifts operating here? The clouds came out, number 8. I think we've been seeing 8 quite a bit in this reading. You're going to have your life coming into balance and you're being comforted. It could have had a death. Or maybe you're just being comforted because you just feel really alone right now. Any other spiritual gifts? You're going to have a spiritual gift when it comes to a house. Seeing your reflection in the mirror, your tree of life or family tree, and communication. And then we have some angels in the wrong deck. We have soulmates, past lives, angels of the universe, and getting clarity on that. And having a new beginning, starting something new. Why do you have trust issues? May I see, please? Because somebody is stigmatized and they don't want to be stuck here. So it's like this person just uses you for sex. That's why you can't, that's why you have trust issues. Because this person's stigmatized. They might be like having sex with other people while you're stuck with them. What else? Somebody's been ignoring you and there's been a twist of fate. Can you clarify the twist of fate? Somebody has a wish, a surprise, and it's that they're dominant and manipulative. What do you mean you wish they would be dominant and okay, there's a third party. You're isolated and alone since last summer. So you've been with a third party and you've felt very isolated and alone since last summer. And this person also might get intoxicated. So what's going to be the outcome once you leave? There's a mystery undisclosed. You're going to have a cheater who has an affair and they're not going to be alone. Or you're going to be entangled you're going to have a love affair and not be alone. What's the mystery? That this is your perfect pair, the other half of your soul, and you're thinking about how much you love this person. I can't make it up. But you're hiding it from them. You're not telling them how you feel. That's where the problem is coming in. If you could tell them how you felt, what would you say to them? I know you're right, but I need to come to my own conclusion. What else would you say to them? I should have been more honest with you about how I was feeling at the time. I have to do something else right now. Just try to understand, and you inspire me. What would they say in return? They would say, I can still feel you. If I knew then what I know now, I would have made different choices. And I need more time to figure things out. So they need that time and that space to be alone. And someone or something is still missing, and I'm trying to figure out what that is. Alright. Let's say they could send you a text message. What would they say to you? That they told me you were full of it, and it's late. Why aren't you here next to me? What would you say to them? You would say, I think I'm falling in love with you. What else would you say to them? I love it when you fall asleep on the phone with me. What else would they say to you? What would they say about you falling in love with them? Why don't you ever respond to my text in a reasonable time then? And I wish I was there with you. Alrighty then. So you're not somebody who sits by the phone a lot. You kind of maybe don't intend to, or maybe do intend to, but you ignore this person. You don't take time to develop the relationship or the friendship. Maybe because you're still with this other person. I don't know. You're not really with this other person though. The two of you have been separated for a while now. Innovation and people skills. What's going on with our career and finances when it comes to it said your prosperity was coming from here. Show me what's going on with prosperity. prosperity, perspective, and progress. If you change the way you look at things, you can see everything in a brand new light. That will help you get where you want to be. You're going on a voyage. And progress. It seems like a long slog, but your efforts will pay off soon. Stay on course for at least a few more months before making a change. So look at this from a different perspective, and it feels like a long ways off, but just hold on. It's going to be okay. Outcome when they get where they're going. Outcome when they get where they're going on this journey. Long term. An opportunity that's going to turn long term, or you will be asked to commit to this. So it looks like you'll have a long-term commitment, maybe even marriage. Anything else? You're going to have real passion. Stop wasting time on a dead end and find your true passion. It's time to experiment, but don't settle for less than you truly deserve. Okay? So you're going to have a long-term relationship that's going to be real passionate. Take some steps. Action is key to getting where you need to go. You can't afford to wait around. Take a step in a direction to get unstuck and to have opportunities. All right. What would your best friend say? What would your best friend say? Don't work more than you live and acknowledge the good. What would their best friend say? Set an intention and embrace the present. Embrace where you are right now. Handsome Magic Oracle, what would you say? May I have a message from you, please? Time will tell. Time will tell. There's no telling right now. Time will have to wait and tell. Remember, love is the key to all of this. Love is where this all is leading you. It's all about this love. This it looks like a twin flame or a soulmate type relationship. It's a perfect pair. Right now you feel lost in space and like you need direction. Oh, but you're going to have a tidy house, organization, and clarity. Number 36 and number 1. Number 36, lost in space. Sometimes in life, we lose our way, perhaps falling prey to addictive behaviors, jealousy, comparison, resistance, or fear. This happens especially when we are up-leveling and genuinely changing for the better. A part of us, hiding in the vast expansiveness of space, wants to sabotage our progress. In the transformative process, our inner world no longer feels safe to inhabit, as we find that our thoughts and beliefs have morphed beyond recognition. You may find yourself adrift in this way right now, unable to focus on or determine the next step. You might be tired and simply need to regroup or rest. When you lack direction, the first thing to do is to redirect your perspective. Of time. Like a newborn baby who needs swaddling to feel safe, you're invited to reduce your life visioning to the next 24 hours. Anyone can handle living in a 24-hour compartment, which allows everything to feel grounded and manageable. You get lost in space when you imagine feeling swallowed up in the giant vastness of future, with the dark uncertainty, or reflect on how your past has held you captive in a hall of distorted, never-ending mirrors, reminding you of your mistakes and flaws, failures, and losses. Take heart that the simple 24-hour container immediately banishes. Choose 2 awful eternities away. I'm sorry, what? Take heart that the simple 24-hour container immediately banishes those 2 awful eternities away. You will find your energy and focus restored as you recognize that you were never lost at all. Keep it simple. Right now, conserve your energy and take care of you in basic fundamental ways, and the world will be right again. So you got to get out of your head and stop trying to go too far into the future or too far in the past. Stay in this 24-hour compartment, because you can do 24 hours. Anybody can do that. A tidy house. If your emotional world feels messy and unruly and you can't seem to get clear, it's time to see how your environment is affecting you. Although your inner world has a huge impact on what shows up in your outer world, the reverse is also true. You can be influenced by the people who populate your daily life and the energy of the others you surround yourself with. Basically, everything in your surroundings. Now is the time for an inventory and full cleaning of your environment, clearing of your environment. Ask for clarity from your relationships and do not make assumptions at this time. Clear and unambiguous communication is key. You may choose to let go of some people from your life when this shows up. This is a good thing. Otherwise, you might stay in those relationships way too long out of a sense of obligation and social courtesy, when in truth there's nothing holding you together. And that's what's going on with you and this person. But you're afraid to leave them because you're afraid that their life's going to fall apart without you. But you got to stop trying to control every damn thing, because this person is not going to fall apart. They didn't fall apart before you got there, and they're going to still be okay when you leave. Throat chakra. This is a good thing. Otherwise, you might stay in those relationships too long out of a sense of obligation or social courtesy, when in truth nothing is holding you together. Be impeccable with your word. Say what you mean and be willing to make whatever changes are necessary to clean up your side of the street. If you know you're doing the right thing, it doesn't matter who has an opinion. That said, right now, once you're sure your proverbial house is a tidy one, there's a release of energy to begin new things, to enjoy life, and to know with certainty that you are on the right path. And that's back to the original tarot where we had Justice and the Sun. And you're not going to have to take a risk. It's not going to be risky. There's going to be a wheel. You're right about that. And somebody's going to have no choice because there's no hope. But they're going to finally see this from a different perspective and come out of this dark shit and manifest, because they've lost their self-control. And it's an emperor who's going through a huge transformation. There's an emperor going through a very big transformation right now. Can you give us any advice out of this money deck? The media. What about the media? Animals are in reverse. The artist is in reverse. Being persistent is upright, and being cautious. So you need to be persistent but be cautious. And it has something to do with animals, that you're an artist. So you're supposed to be making animals of some sort, or doing something that's art related with animals. And it has to do with media and being careful. Outcome of being careful with the media. That's where your emotions come in. Why are your emotions involved with media? Because of you being a rebel and you not wanting to talk about this. But talking, somebody's saying things that are making you realize you're a rebel. What's going to be the outcome for this rebel? They're going to do odd jobs, grow up, but not make peace. What do you mean they're not making peace? It has to do with your stability. What do they need to do to make peace with their stability? You need to be inspired at this crossroads when it comes to being a laborer and being unmotivated. What do they need to do at the crossroads? You need to be a networker, a student, and you need to be a student, it looks like, in something to do with your home. Maybe be a student from home, and then also a crafter. Outcome of being a student in home. The underworld, and you'll be in leadership. And the office is going to call. What about the office? You're an entertainer, and there's no surprise in your soul tribe. What do you mean there's no surprise? Somebody had a loss and they're into sports. Outcome of their loss. Angelic help in reverse. What do you mean no angelic help? When it comes to managing your money, being alone, and fighting. You're fighting with somebody about money, and you're going to have good luck. Alright, I'm going to leave it there because I got to get ready for work. Spirit, who are you talking to? T, North Node, FF, U, J, E, Gemini. I'm going to leave it there. Pull some trinkets and we're going to go. Alright, I have... Consider your impressions and follow them once in a while. I have a green marble. I have a turtle, a Pegasus, an anchor, a star, holly hobby, dream, hope, trust, love, find joy in the journey, a butterfly, a doggy paw, perhaps love, a dolphin, a fancy heart, a fancy ball, a sun. The sun says, made with love. A butterfly, a heart that says, it's just a heart. I have a dog tag that says made with love. Some cherries, and good night, good night, good night, good night, good night. So you might have trouble sleeping. Alright, I'm going to roll the dice one more time. Anybody else you're talking to is good. Capricorn, D, Aries, WF, WMN. Alright, have a wonderful day. I love you guys. Bye-bye.